unfortunately. Okay, 8,000 on the dot.
What a shame.
Love to see it.
Kurwa! That was my favorite one.
What was my final opinion on Starfield
How
DLC?
much did you pay then?
My final
was a good
opinion
deal.
on the Starfield DLC is that even though
bad.
the Starfield DLC was much more in line from what I enjoyed from Bethesda, the base game was off the rails enough to where I didn't feel the investment in the product itself to want to finish the DLC. That's what it came down to.
Wow, not bad.
Yeah. Which sucks. I hate the fact that I'm saying that, but that's just how it is. Yeah.
Leave it. Shoo.
Come here.
It was really, really tough playing Starfield between Baldur's Gate 3 and Cyberpunk, because it just goes to show you how behind Bethesda is. Like, Bethesda is way behind in the immersive sandbox game. They were great back in the day when they didn't really have any competitors. But I mean, these days, there are companies doing what Bethesda's trying to do, like 10 times better. That's just what it comes down to. The other companies are doing it more immersively, with better writing, better developed characters, better animation, better graphics, like, and honestly, like, the writing in Starfield did not carry it at all. So that's my biggest concern with ES6, is that, like, Bethesda is stuck in time. They're stuck in time. They have not been innovating enough. And here's the thing, they'll always be successful. I mean, it's not an issue of success, but it's an issue of how successful. While other companies are going to have, like, hits and you know, Baldur's Gate 3 style releases and stuff, Bethesda's just going to keep squeaking by, because they're not innovating. They're not. And ES6, the fact that they're still using their own engine in ES6 is just, like, I understand why they're doing it. I understand they kind of have to, unfortunately. But man, that is just, that's like what Bethesda is essentially doing is they are making games for the Xbox 360 while all the recent Xboxes are out. Like, that's basically what they're doing. They're making games for the PS4 right now, is what they're doing. And it's just like, dude, people are going to buy it and it's going to be a success, but man, it would be so much more successful if you did it right. Why do you think they're stuck on using their engine? I think that Bethesda, if they could change their engine, would have already.
Riesen sei der Herr.
I'm gonna say this real quick, because I'm just gonna get back to the game. Bethesda, the entire company, is designed around using their in-house engine. All of their teams, all of their expertise, all of their talent is designed around using their own engine. If they were to switch engines, they would need entire new teams, entire new talent with completely different skill sets. They would need to redo a lot of their production pipelines. Bethesda is a company that makes games on the Bethesda engine. And if they switched engines, they would need to reinvent their company, probably foundationally. So that's one of the reasons I don't think they're switching engines, is because, frankly, I don't know if they can. I don't know if Bethesda as a company would exist if they switched engines, because the company has been using their own proprietary material for decades. So nobody there knows how to use Unreal. Nobody there knows how to do anything else than what they're doing. So it's like they'd have to reinvent their wheel to change engines. They're stuck with it. And Starfield just goes to show you that engine can't keep up. Starfield was rough, dude. And it had the same bugs that Skyrim did in some cases. And it's like, man, that's rough. So yeah, that's kind of where they are. It's not a good situation for them. And it's one of the reasons, like, as a fan of Bethesda, I grew up with them. I like them, but the future is not stunningly bright for that company. Especially after the recent years of them, like, eviscerating their Fallout lore for the 76 stuff and the mobile games. And, like, I think they're floundering a bit. I think they're making money, but I don't think they're making nearly as much money as they wish they were. Except I say that, but their mobile games are apparently wildly popular. And I was out getting Korean chicken a couple days ago, and there was some dude chilling there playing the Fallout vault version of Skyrim and apparently having a great time with it. So, you know, it's working, but not how it used to. Okay, anyway, and that's that. All right, I brought you that writ.
I brought you that safe conduct.
Yeah.
Mein Gott, you really did it. And what about the soldiers? Where they are?
Nowhere now. I took care of them.
Himmel. No messing around with them, huh? You do us a great service, friend. And also save us much money. For that you deserve a reward. Thanks 100-fold.
Does Cohh hate Bethesda? No, I don't at all. I'm with Bethesda the same way that I am with many companies these days, where I have no hatred. I have no animosity in any way. I am a disappointed father. I grew up with these companies. I expect a lot from them, and many of them are just not keeping up with expectations. That's all it comes down to. I know they can do better, and I want them to do better because I want to play ES6 and I want to love ES6. But I don't know if I'm going to because of the sacrifices they make to make things continue as they are. So it's that kind of situation. I don't hate Bethesda at all. I want them to do significantly better than they're doing.
Came straight to mind.
That's what I want. And I hope they do. And I will be the first person to sing their praises if they do. Yep. What happened at Nebakov?
What happened at Nebakov? After the Praggers took the fortress.
You're asking me?
No, of course. I know you weren't there, but maybe you heard something. You know what goes on, right? I only remember that diabolical shot. Nothing after that.
That must have been really terrible. I heard the shot all the way from Troskowitz. I'm afraid all I know is when they took the fortress, von Aulitz's men hanged everyone they found there. I'm sorry, but most of ours got left behind there.
Damn. Real quick, $10 from Shallow Sobs.
On the DLC topic, I think my favorite is Project Overlord, even though it is incredibly bleeped up and sad. We'll never forget that image.
That's not a... Oh, no. That's Mass Effect 2 DLC. I thought we were still on the topic of Fallout DLCs. I was like, is that a Fallout DLC that I just completely forgot about? No, that's ME2. That's Mass Effect 2. And yeah, yeah, that's the one where the Cerebus scientist hooks his savant brother into a computer to be a super augmented intelligence. Yeah, that one hit, dude. That's the kind of stuff that I feel like that's the kind of stuff that hits. That's crazy. Irrepressible says, if Elder Scrolls 6 is as good as KCD2, are you happy or does it have to be even better? Dude, if Elder Scrolls 6 is half as good as KCD2, I would be thrilled. Seriously. No, it doesn't have to be better. It just has to be good. Like, the problem with Starfield is that there were parts of it that weren't even good. Like the procedural generation and all that stuff, and the fact that you could repeat the same dungeons, and like, the whole reason we love Bethesda is giant handcrafted levels where it feels like you're in a world. So to make a system where it's like procedural junk and then the same dungeons and buildings repeated over them, literally going against everything that people love you for. So it's that kind, like, as long as they reset back to why people like them, I feel like it'll be fine. I feel like they tried to do that with the DLC, but it was too late. It was too late. So, and I liked the direction of the DLC, but it was too late. But anyway, enough about that. What happened to Clara?
There was this healer called Clara there.
Chad, I would really like to play this game. I'm going to need you to stop asking me interesting questions that are derailing me. All right? I'm trying to play the game. I need y'all to just chill. So if y'all could just, what I'm going to ask, just please stop talking and typing for the next couple hours so I can focus. I would appreciate it. Thank you. I have a lot of games to play. I don't have time to talk to you. Okay. Don't you code dumpy me. All right. Anyway, let's go.
Girl of yours?
No, I don't know her well. But she was very kind to me. But I suppose now I'll never see her again.
Poor girl. May God forgive her sins and grant her eternal rest. You have to live every day like it's going to be your last. That's all you can do in our trade.
Do you know if Michael, the adjutant, survived?
I'm afraid I do know. Zhishka said the shot killed him on the spot.
Oh.
Did you know him?
Aye. He was a good man. He saved my life once.
I didn't know that. Do you want to talk about it?
Wait.
Not now, thanks. Some other time, maybe.
No, I said just don't
Thank
talk.
you. That's all.
I'm sorry I can't tell you more.
No, that's all right. Thanks.
Yeah, listen to the words I said. Okay. You can't go anywhere. I didn't say go anywhere. Okay. You want some help with something?
You said you needed some help with something. What's going on?
Something's happened. Oh, a real mess. And I need help from someone reliable.
What is it?
When I was fishing around for information about Liechtenstein, I cast the net a bit too wide. And one of the servant girls I questioned was just found dead.
Oh.
You think she was killed because of you?
I don't know. If I did, I wouldn't be asking you for help.
Okay, tell me.
I'll help you. Tell me all about it. Who was this dead girl?
Her name was Alice. She was an ordinary, pretty girl. She worked as a maid. I heard they found her all hacked up, tossed somewhere by the town wall. Oh, folk in town are saying it was absolute slaughter. They took the body to the morgue by the St. Peter and St. Paul cemetery.
I'll go take a look at her. See if I can find anything.
I think that would be for the best. Though, I don't think it'll be a very pretty sight. You can ask the Gravedigger for details. He'll know the most.
Damn, dude. I appreciate that, Irrepressible. Thank you. What are your thoughts on Elden Ring Night Rain? You know what? I haven't played it yet. I don't know. I'm not sure. I've heard that the people that love Dark Souls are apparently loving it, though. So that's a really good sign. I was worried that Night Rain was going to feel like a cheap Dark Souls. Like, basically, I was worried that Night Rain was going to be a 76. Where FromSoft was just trying to pull as much money out of the franchise as they could. But from what I'm understanding, it seems fun. So, but we'll try it. We'll come up with our own opinion later. Yep. When did you see her last?
When did you last see the girl?
Around a week ago?
And did you notice anything suspicious about her?
Not at all. She was always cheerful, lively. She was looking forward to a dance. Though I'm afraid she won't be dancing ever again.
It is hard to when you're hacked up to pieces. What was she looking into for you?
What was Alice trying to find out for you?
She always brought me the freshest gossip overheard from her master. And lately, what the other maids in town were saying.
And did you learn anything important from her? Something someone would kill her for?
That's the thing. All she brought me was gossip. Who was cheating on who wasn't going to confession, those sorts of things. So you'll have to figure out the rest for yourself.
What about your other girls? Are they all right?
Yes, fortunately. I'm careful enough to keep them pretty much in the dark about my plans. That's why Alice's death shocked me so much.
What are you going to do next?
I'd like to ask the others if they noticed anything suspicious. If someone is following them and the like, but...
But you don't want to scare them.
I'm scared myself. For them. Maybe nobody knows about them yet. If someone was to follow me, I could give them away. And I can't risk that.
Dang.
I don't want anyone else to die because of me.
What if I go and see them?
They don't know you, Henry. You'd only scare them. I'll figure something out. In the meantime, find out everything you can about Alice.
Do you think she ever heard something of deadly importance? Oh, really? Deadly importance?
Do you think there could be something bigger behind the murder?
I don't know. Maybe she just got caught up in something. But it's strange. Why would someone do her like that? That's the kind of thing you do when you want to send someone a message.
I know everything I need.
Good. Go to that graveyard, talk to the Gravedigger, and take a look at that poor girl's body. In the meantime, I'll try to find out more. Then we'll put it all together, and I'll be damned if we can't come up with something.
Cool. Okay. Before we do this, I think I want to wash off my clothes. Where's the closest bathhouse? Is it ours? Maybe. Let's go down to Kingfisher real quick. There we go. In the Garden of Eden, baby. All right, let's go. Margaruis.
Hey Cohh, there is a bug in this quest that can softlock it. When you talk to Sternad, just pay them the 30 Grichen. It's pretty niche, but you will be forced to reload if it happens.
Oh. Thank you. Okay, cool. I will keep that in mind. We gotta get the 2 quests over here, too. Oh, wait. Do I have any soap on me? I might. Oops. Okay. Everything. Confirm. Cool. Great. Oh, that looks so much better. Hell yeah. Looking good, Henry. Okay. I don't think I want to have these weapons on him. I think I just like the shield and sword. Actually, just the sword. Yeah. And, you know what? We're going to rock this sword. We're going to rock our nice sword. That's right. Why do I still have a shield on my back when I don't have a shield equipped? There we go. Very nice. Okay. Henry is pimped. Dude, Henry's got that drip. You know it.
You shouldn't be walking around without a light.
Boop. Yo, why do you get a lantern? I want a lantern. I don't want a dang torch. I want a lantern. Maybe KCD 3. Do. I guess we don't really need to come here anymore, do we? Can we sleep here? Oh, we can laundry down here. Okay. I think we're good. Let's go back up to here. I wonder if we can get random events in the town. I don't know if we need to break in to see anything here, but I'm gonna try. I just broke into the wrong house. Whoops. It happens, Chad. It happens. Hi. We talk?
Good day. What would you like?
You must be the local gravedigger.
That's right. They call me František. At least them that can speak do. Ha!
I'm Henry.
I'm Henry.
Greetings, Henry. What do you need?
I hear there was a murder here recently. Some young girl?
True. She's lying in the morgue. But who the hell are you? Another Gawker?
Another? Why would anybody come to look at her?
People ain't got no respect. As soon as news spread about what was done to her, folk are always turning up to have a gawk. So if you ain't one of them Gawkers, you must be one of them other types. Well, no, you can't shave her. No thumb for a souvenir.
I don't want to take anything.
Ew.
I need to find something out.
Like what exactly?
Who killed her?
Why?
Someone killed the poor girl. You can't just let the murderer get away with it, can you?
Well, what do you plan on doing about it?
Find out who did it and bring him to justice.
Well, if that's the way it is, and you really want to help them lasses, it's true that Lumiere ain't shown no interest in her yet. I wouldn't expect that from him no more.
Who's this Lumiere? Another one of those gawkers and collectors?
No, no. He actually tried to help.
Help? How?
Well, he was investigating them others.
Right. You said she wasn't the first.
Aye. We had a couple of similar cases.
Oh,
Lumia
dude.
said they was all killed by the same murderer.
Hold on a second. This is the only girl that Catherine talked about. Was this girl murdered with nothing to do with what Catherine was doing? Is this just a victim of a serial killer?
And who is this Lumiere?
He used to work for the local bailiff. I think he knew the first one what was killed, but that was a long time ago.
Oh, so it's definitely not Catherine. How many have been killed?
Do you remember how many girls were killed?
You mean you don't know nothing about it? Here, even the sparrows are squawking about it.
I haven't been in Kuttenberg very long.
I see. There's been one every few weeks for the past year.
What? So like, what, 15 plus? Jesus, man.
Do you know where
Dude's
the last one
prolific.
got killed?
I heard some talk about it when they brought her here. But what do you want to do there?
Look for clues. Footprints, blood, anything.
That can help you.
That's worth a try.
Huh.
I heard she was killed by the town walls, close to the hole in the wall, a dodgy tavern in the
Why is he
Hopping
naked? Because I just
neighborhood.
woke him up.
Thanks. What's this Lumiere got to do with this?
Well,
What's
like I told
Lumia
you,
got
he
to
used to
do-
work for the
got to-
bailiff.
Okay.
I think he was a scribe.
A scribe keeps records in the Black Chronicle. Though I've never heard of one doing his own investigations.
Well, the old bailiff wasn't all that interested in the common folk. But Lumiere, he was quite helpful. Folk heard about it and went to him with whatever was troubling them.
I'd like to speak with Lumiere. Do you know where I can find him?
At his home in Bohemia Street, that's near the church. You won't find him at the bailiff's no more. I don't know exactly why, though. Seems he had some quarrel with the bailiff.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
It's my pleasure, especially helping someone from the land of the living again. Actually, wait a minute. Speaking of the living, there's a girl what comes here and grieves over that dead maid. I think her name is Barbara.
And do you know where I could find her?
She said she serves in one of the burgers' houses. So either there or in the morgue with that poor dead girl.
Hey, girl one.
Thanks again, Master Gravedigger.
Farewell.
He's going to go back to bed now, I guess. All right, so we got all sorts of fun stuff to do, and we will do all that in just a minute. I got to use the bathroom real quick. Mods, you know what to do. I'll be back in a minute, and we're going to keep going from here. One sec. Okay. Probably should have got more coffee, but that's okay. Boop. We can go for a little bit. Get some stuff done. Ooh. Thank you, Blau, for that giveaway. Awesome. Okay. Examine the body or talk to... Let's examine the body first. Man, Avowed has spoiled me for movement. I will say I love the movement in Avowed. Being able to pull yourself up on ledges and zip around. It has spoiled me. Hey, Crunkspline, how you been, man? Good to see you. Although, did I pronounce that incorrectly? Is it Crunkspleen? I think we corrected this at one point, but it's been a while. Okay. It is spleen. Okay, cool. So I remembered that much. Great. Thank you, Crunkspleen. Ecklessness, thanks for your sub, dude. Welcome to our sub community. Appreciate you. Oof.
So, let's see what we have here.
Is it going to show it?
My God. Someone really did a number on her. Oh, they ripped open her entire belly. And they didn't stop there. There must have been buckets of blood.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. There's hardly any blood left in her. The place I found her must look like a slaughterhouse. I should go there and take a look.
Okay.
Her lips are bloody, but nothing more. Tongue still in place. But if he killed her for blabbing, I reckon he'd have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he?
Mm-hmm.
These are more like chops than cuts. Somebody must have taken a sword to her. Knife wounds would be smaller, and an axe would have made a bigger mess. But it couldn't have been a long sword. That would have been clumsy. It was something shorter and nimbler. God, that madman cut off both her breasts and bits of flesh. But what did he do with it all afterwards? Did he really keep all the pieces? Nobody could be that sick, could they?
Dude, what have we stumbled into with this quest? This is starting to feel like a Witcher thing.
Her face is a little bruised and cut, but nobody cut her there. But she has a dark ring around her neck.
Henry of Rivia, I know, right?
Strangled. The murderer must have had pretty strong hands, and her hair is all matted with blood and hacked off. I don't even know what colour it was. Maybe there's something more to it. What if the murderer kept her hair like some kind of sick trophy?
Man, I'm so glad that Henry posits things out loud and not in his head, or this would be a very confusing scene. Examine her limbs.
Just some scratches and bruises, that's all.
Must have surprised her. Now, we know the murder was armed because of the hacking.
The killer probably surprised her. She didn't even have time to defend herself. So, the murderer must have awfully strong hands, because he strangled her and left a dark ring around her neck. Then he took a short sword or saber and started hacking at her. She's missing parts of her torso, but they aren't by the body. He also cut off most of her hair.
Yeah.
He cut off her breasts, but left her tongue, then left her lying there for all to see. To send a message, maybe? Or a warning? Only if it was a warning for telltales, he would have cut out her tongue or something, wouldn't he? I don't know why he killed her, but I don't think it's because of Catherine.
I do not. Well, more importantly, I'm surprised he didn't say anything about the fact that these murders have been happening every few weeks for a year in the same fashion. I feel like that's a bit important to mention. Like, okay. So next up, let's talk to the friend. Yeah, definitely want to. Let's wait until day, because I don't. Yeah, moving forward, unless we absolutely have to, I don't think I'm going to do anything at night, because there's clearly a bug with lighting in cutscenes. So I'm gonna do my best to avoid that in the future. I do not like those pitch black cutscenes. Those are not good. Hopefully we'll see a patch for that soon. All right, we're going to D next, and then we'll do C, and then we'll go talk to Lumiere. Hey, Joyot, how are you today?
Keep close to the others.
Yeah, we have just over 100 beanies left. I think we're at 101 last I looked, so we're almost at under 100 beanies. Last chance if you want one. Hi. No?
I apologize.
There we go.
Are you Barbara? I'm told
it's a
you
little
knew
better,
Alice.
Alice. She was almost like a sister to me. We served together for years in the same house. Why'd you ask? Who are you?
I'm trying to find out who did this to her. I'm afraid the killer might want to go after my friend as well.
Ah, I understand.
Who did you serve?
Our master is a local merchant. He is trying his hand at trading wine.
Okay.
How did Alice get along with your master?
Fine. Just like with everyone. Our master is a bit strict, but he's fair.
What's his name? Can I speak to him?
Why? But you can't see him anyway. He's on a trade trip to Prague.
It occurred to me that maybe he could have done it.
He couldn't. He was gone when it happened. He hadn't been home in several weeks.
That was my first thought too.
Besides, why would he kill them others too? He never even knew them.
I heard about that. And also about Lumiere.
Well, if you're interested, go and see him. Maybe you'll catch him sober enough to talk sense.
How big's the beanie? I am 6'2", and I have a relatively fat head, and the beanie is about that big. So it's also very stretchy. It's made of acrylic, so it's real stretchy and it's real comfy. It's also very warm, so keep that in mind. It's got the cool little, which is pretty fun. Yeah, no, it's pretty big, and it's pretty stretchy too. Yeah. Do you have any suitors?
Do you know of any suitors she might have had?
I know she was seeing someone. Why?
I'd like to talk to him as well.
But I don't know who it was. Alice said he was rich and dressed nicely, but she promised him she'd never tell anyone his name.
And you never saw him?
No, never. I don't even know where she met with him.
Do you know what exactly happened to Alice?
No.
Oh, Joe Wyatt.
Nobody saw
Awesome.
or heard
Thanks.
nothing. One day, she just didn't come home. And then they found her. Like this.
It's awful what they did to her.
She was such a pretty girl. And that beautiful brown hair of hers.
Oh, no.
It didn't even leave that untouched. Who could have cut off her hair like that? And why?
Dude.
None of it makes sense.
He cut off her hair
I'll leave you
and
some
her
mourning
boobs.
peace now.
Are we going to find that the other people that have been murdered all have different body parts removed?
Are we gonna have gruel again tonight?